What's up, everybody? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hey, it's Ayana in the chat. Pull the chair, kick your shoes off, just like that. Meet me on the front porch, sun sliding down so slow. God and sweet tea, peppermint faith for every heavy load. You can bring your laughter, you can bring your anything. We gon' pour the kindness, stir it up and find some peace. Hey, it's Ayana in the chat. Me on the front porch, we can sit and laugh, sip a little tea. At the slow release, we gon' talk about hurt till it turns into peace. Say what's on your spirit, all that you don't stay online. Let it go and hit the line. It's the same for lost in time. We don't need to fix it all. We just need a place to be. You are sitting here. You belong here. And start at victory. Hey, y'all. It's Ayana in the chat. Me on the front porch, we can sit and laugh, sip a little tea. Let the soul release, we gon' talk about the hurt till it turns into peace. What we gonna do, y'all? Greet that spirit, baby. Shining down that bright. For a little love, for places that been tight for a long, long time. Hey, it's Ayana. Me on the front porch, we can sit and laugh, sip a little tea. So release, we gon' talk about the hurt till it turns into peace. We gon' talk about it all and we stand up in our peace. Boom! What's up, y'all? Y'all know what it is. Y'all know who it is, and y'all know where we is. It is your girl Ayana of Ayana in the chat, and we are live from the front porch, sort of, kind of. Let me put my visual in the background because we supposed to be on the front porch, not in my studio. It's a little too much pollen out there for me today to be on my real front porch, but I'm still sitting here looking outside and enjoying the view with you. Thank you all for joining me today. Let me get in here and say hello to y'all. Hey, y'all. Hey, Karen Strong. Taylor Jules, welcome from Alabama. Welcome. We are glad to have you on the front porch. Everyone, let's welcome Taylor Jules. Thank you for jumping in, introducing yourself. If you are brand new here, feel free to get in the chat. Let's talk about it. We are a place where we're going to be loud. We're going to cut up. We're going to pray first. We're getting ready to do that in just a minute. And we're going to get into some things today, okay? Y'all know we're going to talk about Larry and his shenanigans from last night. And we're going to talk about his shenanigans and the question he asked this morning right before he headed to the airport. We're going to talk about that. We also, first, we're going to pray. Then we are going to go into Black Pages Presents, which is from one of our chat club members. It is actually from Miss Let Me Go Back herself, aka Miss Nikki. She has a micro drama she has unleashed on us. I introduced it to you. Well, now she has completed one of the playlists, and I am about to react live to it because I'm adding it to the content that I react to on this channel. Okay? I'm here to support us. Y'all supporting me. I'm going to support y'all in y'all's endeavors. Some of the stuff I say y'all might not like, and that is okay. But it's all meant to help, to encourage, and to propel you forward. I don't have all the answers. Don't claim to, but we're going to get into that too. Y'all, thank y'all for joining me this morning, for being with me last night. We are a family here. If you are on the front porch for the first time, welcome, 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 welcome. We got Miss DJ Wilma in here. She is the architect, the author of the beautiful song Ayana in the Chat, aka Ayana on the Front Porch. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Angel, the real boss. Honey, welcome to the front porch. Everybody, let's welcome Angel as well as Taylor. Jules, y'all, thank y'all for joining us and thank y'all for coming in, speaking, saying hello, announcing yourselves. We gonna love on you up in here. Now, trolls, we do send them to our version of hell. But if you ain't a troll and you want to be on the front porch, you can get some good vibes. You can get mad with us about a skit. You can get mad about real life. We can release some of the pressure and the stress and just kind of escape for a little while. That's what you got with your girl right here. Okay. So we welcome you and thank you for being here. We got our tried and trues, our everyday in here. We got Karen Strong, Miss Lady D was on the panel last night, Minister Yolanda, Black Widow Helene, DJ Wilmer, as I said. We got Deborah Ying. What's up, Deborah? Jamie White, good morning. Good morning. Yes, please do what Lady D said and smash that like button, y'all. It's a free way to support the channel. Subscribe to. And if you feel like you want to invest, there are multiple ways you can do it. If you want to invest in the success financially, you can cash out me. My cash app is in my little moniker down there at the bottom of my banner. You can also join the membership here. Members got to see that Lynette and Larry video before anybody else got to see it this morning. My reaction to that. Gosh, y'all, it's so many ways. Just do what you want to do. But guess what? The front porch is free. Don't feel you got to pay to be a part of this front porch crew. Don't feel you got to invest no funds. You can sit here and just enjoy, kick back, kick your shoes off, and enjoy us. Okay? All right. Magnolia. What's going on, Miss Magnolia? I love saying your name, girl. Just take me back to go. What up, though, Eric Kelly? Where Chris Sims and J Dub at? Where they at? So welcome, y'all. All right, we're gonna go ahead on and kick this thing off with the Linda. What's going on, lady? We're gonna go on and kick things off with the morning prayer that we do. Some days I might forget, but just know that it's not because I forgot God. It's just because I got to talking too much. All right, y'all. And let me see if I can get Nikki to hop in here right quick as well. Let her know I'm live. And I also got to let the other moderators know I'm live too, because we are all in different coasts and stuff. We got a few of us on the East Coast, some on the West Coast, and some in between. So we definitely gotta let everybody know so they can get in play. All my moderators that are currently on here, I need you all to email me your addresses. I know I have Ezella's, but I need you to email me your addresses if you are one of my moderators, okay? Magnolia was your great granny's name. My grandmother's name was Lily. I had one named Addie and another one named Lily. And I had a great grandmother named Pearl and one named Hattie. So yeah, good. We good country girls, right? Okay, here we go. Let's clear our minds. Father God, we come before you, Lord, just praising you and giving you all the glory, all the honor. Lord, we know we could not do what we do if it were not for you giving us the breath of life every day, waking us up early in the morning. Lord, we thank you for that. Lord, you wake us up despite us even deserving it. We might not even deserve to be here, but you let us be here and you grant us new mercies every day. And Father God, we thank you for that. Lord, right now, I thank you for the chat club members who showed up and showed out yesterday. And they don't even realize what they did for me. And Lord, I thank you for using those people to lift the heavy load that I was feeling yesterday. Father God, I thank you for this platform. I thank you for finding me someone worthy to be the vessel that you use to bring people together so that they can have a moment of just lighthearted laughter, fellowship, community, and enjoyment, even if it's just to escape the troubles of the day, escape the pressures of life, even for a moment. Father God, I ask you to show up through me. And Lord, though I know I'm not perfect and my mouth can go left sometime, I thank you for loving me in spite of and choosing to use me in spite of it all. Lord, I pray for the health and the strength, the safety and protection and security of our chat club members and their family as well. And Lord, I thank you right now in Jesus' name. Amen. Amen. All right, y'all. 10-10. What's up, Deborah? Whew, y'all. We got a lot to cover. Like I said, we're going to get to Larry. So y'all stick around. But what we're going to do right now is we're about to check out Black Pages Presents. Because Nikki, aka Miss Let Me Go Back, has authored a little micro drama for us. Well, for the people, not just for us, but I'm claiming it for us. Good morning, Judith Joseph. And okay, Lady D, thank you. And I am getting ready to react to it. So let me tell y'all how this go. I know Taylor Jules and Miss Angel, this may be y'all's first time on here, but what happens is, and even if you haven't spoken up and it's your first time, what I do when I go to do a reaction, I will hide the comments so I don't get distracted, and I will give you my legitimate reaction. Now, these are about 6 individual micro moments that Nikki has put together. And they are now forming one complete playlist. So I'm going to be reacting to the entire story within this playlist. Okay. So if it looks a little wonky at first, understand that's why. Good morning, Marine Girly. So we're about to look at Black Pages Presents first, and then we're going to go off into Larry and them. Because we got to get some of that. Hopefully by then they likely will have dropped another skit. I won't see your comments right off. If there's a skit that's dropped, don't worry. We will get to the skit, but let me get through this first, okay? All right, here we go. And y'all, if you can't came here just for Larry and Bethany and them, and this is something new, at least give it a chance before you run away, okay? Let's just give it a chance and see what it's about, because it could be that good filler content that we need when we sit around craving more Bethany and Larry and them shenanigans. Okay? All right, here we go. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What's up, y'all? It's your girl Ayana of Ayana Enters the Chat, where we react to the skits and real life. We're on the front porch this morning checking out Black Pages Presents. They have a playlist called Who Sent This? And it's got a little intrigue in it. It's a little drama in it, and we about to check it out. It is actually a micro drama, and it is African American themed micro drama. But it could be any nationality or race that can experience this. Let me tell you. So I'm about to react to this, and I want y'all to let me know what y'all think down in the comments, and we're gonna chat about it, okay? And definitely go check out Black Pages Presents. Let's show some love to our front porch member Nikki, on her channel, Black Pages Presents. Here we go.
He wasn't even trying to go through her phone. It was just sitting there on the couch next to him, face up, screen lighting up every few seconds. At first, he ignored it. He wasn't that type of man. He never felt like he had to check her phone, because as far as he knew, there was nothing to check. But then it buzzed again. This time, he looked, just for a second, and that's when he saw the name, or what should have been a name, because it wasn't saved. Just a number, and the message underneath it, I miss you already. He sat
Who missing who?
there for a second, trying to convince himself it didn't mean anything. Maybe it was old. Maybe it wasn't what it looked like. But deep down, something didn't feel right. And for the first time, he started wondering if there was something he was never supposed to see. He told himself it was nothing, a mistake, a wrong number, but something didn't sit right. That message kept replaying in his head. I can't wait to see you again. Already? That meant somebody had just seen her. And suddenly, everything from that day started replaying, where she said she was, why she came back late, the little things he ignored before, and now, none of it was lining up. He picked the phone up again.
Wonder what's going on. who texting no girl?
Again, this time he opened the messages, and what he saw wasn't what he expected. It wasn't romantic. It was a detailed times, locations. He just left. He's back inside. He doesn't know yet. His chest tightened. Who is this? That's when the door opened. She walked in, and froze. Why are they texting
Why she freezing? Who?
you like
Okay.
this? She shook her head slowly. That's not my phone. He frowned. Then where did it come from? She didn't answer right away. Just looked at him, like she was waiting for him to figure it out himself. I found it, she said sarcastically. He shook his head. No, that don't make sense. He held the phone up. This was right here on the couch. She stepped a little closer. Because you brought it. He blinked. No, I didn't. She didn't argue, didn't raise her voice, just said it calm. You always say that. He
Mm,
stared at her now. What are you talking about? She didn't answer directly, just nodded toward the phone. Check the messages. He looked back down, and that's when he noticed something he missed before. The timestamps. Same
what?
time, same pattern, repeating. He looked back down at the phone, slower this time. His hands weren't steady anymore. He scrolled up, past the messages,
Mm,
past the timestamps, back to the top. And that's when he saw it. The contact name. It wasn't just a
dang.
number anymore.
Who is
It had a
Jaden?
name saved. He froze. Nah. His voice dropped. Nah, that don't make sense. He looked up at her quickly. Why is my name on this?
Mm.
She didn't answer right away. Just watched him like
Sis
she'd
look
already
mad.
seen this reaction before. He looked back down again, reading now. Every message, every update, all about him. His chest tightened. Why would they be talking about me like this? She finally spoke, calm as ever.
Mm.
Because you've done this before.
But
He
what you
shook
done
his head.
did?
No, no, this don't make sense. I never sent these messages. She didn't react, didn't argue, just watched him. Calm, too calm. Why are you acting like this? He asked. She took a slow breath. Because we've had this conversation before. He froze.
He
What?
cheat?
She stepped closer. You don't remember picking up that phone. You don't remember sending those messages. His chest tightened. What are you talking about? She looked him dead in his eyes. I'm not your girlfriend. He went still.
Mm.
Then who are you? She paused, then said quietly, I'm your psychiatrist.
Okay,
He
y'all.
shook his head. No.
She's his psychiatrist. So is old boy schizophrenic? Is he bipolar? Is he hallucinating because he not sleeping well? What's up with dude? That he talking about his therapist like it's his girlfriend, and then he gotta be reminded that she ain't none of his lady. I thought this was very cleverly written. I think my only critique, like I know when they're dropped individually, they can be kind of confusing, especially if you haven't seen the previous one. So I definitely appreciate how Nikki took these and put these in playlists. I like her image, her AI images when she's able to finally get them animated. I think my only other critique relative to that part is to be able to hear the male's voice versus the female's voice. But I know that can be worked out in time. But I think this was a nice little hook at the end. I'm not your lady. I'm your therapist. So we know dude got some issues. He got some issues. So I can't wait to see what Nikki does next. Nikki, I think you did a great job with this. It's definitely a great start, and I look forward to seeing the rest of the storyline because I want to know what else about to happen and why he and his therapist office act like this. You know what it kind of gives? It kind of gives a little bit of what's that movie with Bruce Willis and the little boy when he was seeing dead people and the therapist didn't realize that he was actually dead. He actually had gone on to meet the Lord himself. Gosh, I can't think of the name of it, but y'all know what I'm talking about. That's what it kind of reminds me of right at the end when she says, "I'm not your, I'm your therapist." Y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments. While we're down in the comments chatting about it, let's make sure we be about it. Like, comment, subscribe, share until the next skit or series. Peace. All right, y'all. I'm back in the comments. I'm back in the Yes, he said, I see dead people. It wasn't 8 monkeys, Deborah. It wasn't 8 monkeys. The Sixth Sense. That's it, Looney. Hello. Good morning. We got some more people on the front porch. What is up? Nancy is in here. Carol Odom, thank you so much for the super sticker. I appreciate you so much, dear. I really do. Let's see what we got going on here in the comments. So if you're a moderator and you just came here, I need you to email me, Ayana at AyanaInnocentChat@gmail.com. I need you to email me, or if you have my number, text me your address because I have something for you all. Nothing major, nothing big, nothing special, just a little thank you gift. And don't not send me stuff because you don't want to get. Just send me what I need. Okay, appreciate y'all. Good morning, Twyla, Marine Girlie, Minister Yolanda. I think I already caught you. Carmen Hampton, hello. Tammy King, hello. Deborah says, I think I was late seeing the skit where Bethany called Larry with the weird message. Sorry, Yana, I saw it after the chat and emailed you last night. Did you talk about? No, I have not talked about that. Good morning, Shireen Edwards. Hey, Nancy. Hey, it is interesting, isn't it, Nancy? Hey Deborah, to answer you, she didn't talk about yesterday. She did the review. Thank you so much, Lady D, for chiming in on that for me. Good morning, everyone that is entering the front porch. Ayana's doing a review of Sis Nikki's short story. Thank you so much for letting everybody know. Kanisha, good morning. Carol Odom, good morning. And Carol, you sent me the super sticker. Thank you so much. What up, Looney? Great job, Nikki. What's up, Keisha? Miss Yolanda says she likes your series, Nikki. Lady D says she's subbing today. Okay, Leon Byerly, good morning. Nancy, don't none of us respect Larry. I turned on Larry yesterday, and I'm still turned on Larry. Good morning, Anisha. Good morning. I know we're gonna watch that skit because I think we about to get some Bethany and Larry today. And like it says, she likes Nikki's storyline. She would like to hear more. Thank you. Black Widow says Nikki did a great job. Yeah, Nancy, we ain't studying Larry like that no more. We don't mess with him like that. We don't mess with him over here. Tammy King says she thinks she can get into the series. Look, she done call Larry everything but a child of God. There we go. So we about to get over here on the Kountry Wayne side of things. Looney says, good job, Nikki. Lynn Ballard says she done turned on Larry too. Well, let's go. I know I posted a reaction to Larry this morning, asking Lynette this follow-up question to her question last night. So let's not waste any time. Let's get right on into this. That was Chris Sims. Now I'm wondering who Chris Sims is, because Chris Sims is he on here this morning? He ain't got on here yet. Chris Sims' theory is a little too hard hitting for me, and it's like it feels very insider-ish. Chris Sims it feels insider-ish to me, but we're gonna explore that today because Bethany has been calling Larry a dirty cop. She has been referencing that. She said, Larry who? I know, Kizzy. She gonna sound like a broken record. Okay, we got you, Keisha. Okay, Nikki, they want to hear more of the series. She not on here yet, is she? She may not have got on here because I told her I was gonna do this. So she may not have got on here yet. All right, here we go. Larry gonna ask Lynette this dumb question, y'all.
Bye, mama.
Bye.
Bye, grandson.
Say bye, Grandpa.
I'll see you later. I'll be breaking me off, boy. All right, man. I'll let you know when I get back home, okay?
All right, be safe.
All right.
Be safe.
You can
Good
walk into
morning,
my
Miss
car.
T. I got your message.
Okay.
All right, come on. When you plan on going back home?
I don't know. Soon.
Okay.
Soon. I just want to let this kind of settle down a little bit. Everything that has happened.
Mm-hmm.
I just really need it to settle down before I get back into
Mm-hmm.
what's going to happen in Atlanta. Where we go from there. So.
Well, I mean, Steve just been sitting there waiting for y'all to return, and he don't know what's going on. So, what you gonna tell him?
Steve is a big boy. He'll be fine. Thank you for asking, but he'll be okay. I talked to him today. He's good.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, listen. Conversation we had.
Good
You
morning,
asking me
Sheila.
about divorcing Bethany.
Mm-hmm.
Did you ask me to divorce Bethany so you and I can get back together?
Were you thinking?
It's bad when a woman laughs in your face when you ask her a question like that. It's bad when a woman laughs in your face. I don't know. Well, let me check out some comment before we get to Lynette's response. I just want to stop on her laughing in his face. Lynn Byerly says Larry don't want to leave Bethany until he knows he has a piece on the side when he does divorce Bethany. I think he want to confirm a couple of pieces on the side. Larry got a long way to go with me, y'all. He got a long way to go to get back in my graces. Lady D says I spent hours looking at that skit where Lynette asked Larry would he get a divorce if she dropped the charges. I said this simp didn't even get the message that was a let it go moment. It sure was. That was his path to just release and realize and recognize. Good morning, Sheila. Lady D says if she got to let go of the charges, he need to let Big Bertha go. Yeah, it's got to be something. I got to get something in return. You want me to do this? Then you got to do this. It's the matching of the sacrifice. Lynette was sacrificed. She having to take all the ramifications of what happened that weekend when Bethany shouldn't have even been there. So Bethany won being able to come. She won being able to start stuff. She won being able to get Lynette to fight. And now she done won because her daddy done sent Lynette to the clinker. And she still got to go through court, y'all. So him asking her to drop charges, Lynette still got to go to court. So it's got to be some big stuff. He got to make a big move. And Lynette's not crazy. It would not surprise me if Brooke, when she and Brooke were together on that flight, it would not surprise me if Brooke did not tell Lynette everything she had gone through up until that point. Like that's just something that would make sense. I love the way she answered it too, because he looked stupid asking her this darn question.
Thinking about that?
Don't laugh. It's a serious question.
Oh, you're being serious.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good morning, Wendy Smith.
No, that has nothing to do with it. However,
hold on, I gotta stop.
It does have.
Good morning, everyone here at Children's for my grandson's Joe's surgery. Wendy Smith, we're praying that your grandson has a successful surgery and that he recovers quickly. In Jesus' name. Yes. Y'all send up a prayer for Wendy.
A lot to do with what happened. All the drama she brings into not just your life. When she brings it into your life, she brings it into our life. Everything pours over onto the whole family. We all have to deal with it. Mm-hmm. Hence, me going to jail and
It's gone.
Darn B. Look, that B or wasp or whatever it was reminding her, yeah, standing on that, sis, because you don't need to get back with this joker here.
To jail. Mm-hmm. And then, having to deal with the repercussions of everything that came with that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, hold on.
Did you get it?
I don't even smell like a flower.
Okay. That's a compliment, right?
That is something.
Okay. Good enough. But no, again, it's just I don't want to have to deal with her anymore. You're a part of my life forever. We have a child, we have a son together. Yes, he's grown, but he is still ours, and we still have to co-parent. We have a grandson now. You know, I don't want that. I don't want what she brings into Key and I's life.
Right.
And I know you don't either.
Yeah. Well, it's the way you presented the question. And I thought about it, and I just wanted to ask you to see what your thought process was. Make sure I wasn't missing something, or I was misunderstood. I didn't want to misunderstand.
It wasn't nothing for you to misunderstand, dog. It wasn't nothing for you to misunderstand. It's real simple. You want me to make this big old sacrifice, then you need to make an even bigger one. You need to get rid of that trifling behind wife that you got. And if you want somebody to like keep giving her passes, then some got to give. You got to give up something. Because we all have to deal with her. And we tired. We is tired.
There was no malice intended.
Okay.
Okay. We had our time, you know, but we're in a better place as co-parents and co-grandparents.
Now, I'm sorry to keep pausing y'all. When Lynette said this, it gave me a new perspective on Shara. Because people have been saying this to me in the comments, whether on live or just coming in the reactions. They said the same thing about Shara. Shara and Larry had their time. They co-parents, just let them be that. And guess what, y'all? I'm just going to let them be that.
We're in a better place.
Okay.
So no malice. I don't plan on building a house on another woman's tears. Just not me. Just not me.
That was powerful right there. I don't plan on building a house on another woman's tears. That was a whole bar right there. That's a bar that they need to take that little snippet right there and cut it and put it over there on Shara when it comes to Amber. Because she tried to build a house on another woman's tears. The same thing with that raggedy Abigail girl and what her name, the Linda, whatever her name is, whatever the white girl name is. That Abigail girl built a house on another woman's tears. And it don't never work out for you when you do that.
Okay. All right. No, it's just something I just wanted to ask, and I didn't want to have that on my mind going back home and just thinking about it. So we're face to face. I just wanted to ask you that.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we're in a good place, and I'd like to stay there.
All right. Okay. Well, got my answer. Thank you for honesty. I appreciate it. But I got to get out of here. Take care.
Yes.
Let me know when y'all get home. Okay.
You be safe. And can I call you to make sure you made it home safely?
Yes, you can.
Without having the repercussion of getting a phone call?
You can call me.
Okay, cool.
All right.
Okay.
Well, if she can call you, don't be telling Bethany she called you. Just say that ain't none of her business. That was some look, them were straight bars. Looney said something. I want to touch on that. Let me see, Looney, if I can find your comment. Here it is. Her daddy called Larry to save her marriage. Yes, he did. Her daddy felt some guilt. I thought he was just trying to be a gangster with it, but he felt some guilt because he realized if Larry leave Bethany ain't gonna have no doggone where to go. She don't have nowhere to go. Nowhere. Let's replay that. Let's replay that one. Here we go. Thank you, Luna, for bringing that up. Now, this is a preview that day. My bad.
Hey, Larry, I catch you at a bad time?
Yeah, you damn sure did. I just had to catch a flight to Montana because you and Bethany had my son's mom arrested.
Well, Larry, it wasn't Bethany and I, it was me. I'm the one who made the call and got the ball rolling.
Well, yeah, you're going to get the ball rolling, all right.
Yeah, what's that supposed to mean?
It means you had no business butting your nose in our business. What happens in our home stays in our home. Has nothing to do with you.
Larry, no, I have to disagree with you. Yeah, but whatever happens in your home is between you two. When it spills outside the home, it's my business. My daughter was beat to a bloody pulp. You were there, and I'm going to take care of it.
Well, we were handling things just fine until you stuck your nose into it. Bethany had no business bringing into our personal business.
Larry, you keep deflecting everything onto Bethany and me. What you should be worried about and concerned about is what Lynette did to Bethany.
The issue is my son's mother is sitting in jail, and I had to buy an expensive ticket to fly here to Montana to bail her out of jail to make sure my family's all right.
Well, Larry, Bethany is your family too. Did you check on her before Lynette did that to her face?
Listen, you came to my house. I let you say whatever you wanted to say and get off your chest. And I respect my elders, so that's why I didn't say anything to you. But you have stepped way out of bounds with this one.
So you're saying that standing up for my daughter is out of bounds?
Listen, Mr. Newberger, I'm going to get my bags. I'm going to get Lynette out of jail. And I'm going to end this phone conversation before I say something that I absolutely won't regret.
Yeah. Well, Larry, we don't want you saying something that you're going to regret.
No, I'm sorry. I don't like Larry no more. But that was so cool because I enjoyed seeing Bethany ugly behind daddy get told off. Kizzy, Queen Lioness, Elizabeth Morgan. Girl, you got a name on you. Ayana in the chat. Something is gonna happen where someone is gonna get seriously hurt. Been thinking that. And that's when Larry is gonna realize he should have left Bethany. Bethany is definitely the type to harm someone. Look what she did to her brother. And her dad proved the other day that he didn't care what Bethany did to her brother. Twyla, you funny girl. Twyla said, come on now. We can't expect Larry to think like us sensible. That's why these skits need our help. Keisha says, yes, and Dad Newberg got to deal with the headache all over again. He passed her off to Larry for a reason. Yes, he did. J-Dub, good morning, sir. I'm so glad to see you on here with us. He gonna lose everything. I want him to. I want him to lose everything. I want him to feel like he about to go into his pauper's grave. Like, I want it to hurt. Yvette right, because her family don't care. Okay, Miss Yolanda, I don't know what you said earlier, but I'm going to go back up here and find it. You think he does for Shar out of guilt? It's a good thought. Sandy Smith said Larry's the biggest simp ever. He's something. He definitely fell for the banana in the tailpipe. And his tailpipe just keep getting flushed out, don't it? Y'all, I wish I could find it again, but there's a I'm gonna describe this to y'all. Looney, go put up the disclaimer because I'm gonna tell y'all what I saw. There's a meme, AI generated meme video, whatever you want to call it. It's a reel where you have a cookie. I think it's a chocolate chip cookie, right? And you know how like you I can't believe I'm telling y'all this. This probably need to be for Chat Club After Dark. If I can find it, I'm gonna show it to you. But you know, like you take the piping gun and you stick it in the cookie, and then you squeeze the stuff in the cookie, and sometimes it spill over. Someone took that action and turned it into a reel. Y'all, when I saw that thing squirt in this cookie and all over it, and trying to get itself in there so it could squirt into. I was like, who did this? Who did this? And so when I saw this Looney, I was like, huh? Andrea says, I certainly don't respect Larry because Bethany had gotten away with a lot, but after she called Brooke a hoe, it would have been over, point blank, period. Yeah, that would have ended it for me. She's done enough that should have been it. Oh yeah, he definitely was threatening Larry. But I also think he realized when he hung up, oh, he mad.
We're not hung up on me.
He was shocked. Okay, let's go to Bethany and this phone call. No, they don't like him. Why you want to know if you blocked? You're not blocked. Who blocked you? Yvette, you should not be blocked. He need to use to go buy him a belt, because that belt look like he got his pedal whacker hanging. And like he got a good tan on it. Did you hear when Larry said that when he gets back, he's going to pack a bag and go somewhere for a few days? Yes, I saw that. I don't know if he meant that though. I think he was combining these trips. We about to see. We about to see because he about to get home. Here's the video where she calls Larry. This is the one that Deborah ain't wanting us to talk about, so we're gonna talk about it.
You're not going to pick up.
My apologies for not answering your phone call.
Yeah, right.
Leave your name and number and I'll call you back as soon as I can. Okay. Bye.
At the tone, please record your message.
This is a
When you have
nag.
finished
It's
recording,
a nagging
you may hang
nag.
up or press
A
1 for more
nagging
options.
nag.
Hey, Larry. Remember me, your wife, Bethany? So, I know you're still up there with Lynette in Montana. And I just think you're being really insensitive right now. I don't feel like you're being a very good husband. And, I mean, our marriage it's not doing so well.
That's your fault.
You go up there and you bail her out. And God, Larry, I mean, what do you expect this to do? This is not doing anything except making it worse. And I just feel like you're just neglecting me as your wife, and you're expecting me to just be okay with everything that you're doing. And the more I tell you how disappointed, or the more I tell you how much I'm trying to be a better wife, the more I feel like you just look at me with disgust, and you're just, I don't know. I feel like I'm doing everything that I can possibly do as a wife, and even more than what I should be doing. And I feel like I've forgiven a whole lot, you know.
This is what I want to see. And I feel like I have forgiven a whole lot. Y'all help me understand. We know we got Shara in the TV. We got Shara in the couch. We got Shara now having access to Brooke. But aside from that, what is Bethany forgiving? Is there some more to the Bethany and Larry relationship story that we don't know? Because this gave me vibes that maybe Larry done cheated on Bethany in the past. And that's something else she's forgiven. Either that or she done made up a bunch of stuff in her head. I know she just you want to keep reminding this man that you his wife. Shara and the rent, Shara and them chairs. Shara and that sofa, Shara and Brooke, Shara and Chicago. That's what she talking about. So I'm wondering if they're gonna send the police to come pick Bethany up. And if they do, is Larry gonna go back up there and get out of jail? Michelle Barnes is always defensive. All that pride is going to destroy everything from her marriage, work, and family. Destiny moving in without her permission. But could there be more? Deborah says, thank you, Ayana. I think Big Daddy Newberger told her Larry hung up on him and that triggered her call. Possibly. Good morning, Aunt Cheryl. Possibly. Child, not 1 ounce of accountability. None. But he shouldn't have to divorce her because of that. He should have been divorcing her because of what she did to his daughter and everything before that. Yep. Karen Strong said, girl, shut up. This is your fault. Stop blaming other people. Dang, J Dub. J Dub said she like a pack of flies at a picnic. Shireen says, I have a question. Does anyone think that Larry is going to get upset when he finds out Lynette is going to testify against Bethany? He may try to get upset, but who cares? Who cares? He may try to get upset. But you know what? Brooke may be about to tell him she's going to testify against him. And see, now, Brooke is about to be a legal adult. And guess what? In the next case in Montana, if it does go to trial, Brooke can now be subpoenaed and have to appear before the judge in Montana to testify against Bethany. So I think one way or another, we're going to get Brooke testifying against Bethany. Lady says she says Larry never cheated on her. But the mama said Dad Newberg ain't cheated on her. We know that not to be true. Because we could tell just from listening to that lady talk, she was making excuses for him and trying to put him going on trips on them other women he had to go on the trip with. No, he didn't, Angelique. He had no business calling him anyway. You want to know if he bipolar, Moonlight? She bipolar for sure. That's what I want to see, the extradition. Hey, Taboni Gibson, how are you? Welcome to the front porch. I'm doing well, as you can see. Cheryl said, heck, I want to testify. Okay, so my question is, I wish Vanetta was on, because I think Vanetta might be an attorney. Can't wait for the extradition of Bethany from Atlanta, Georgia to Great Falls, Montana, so that Bethany can go to jail soon. I can't wait either. Sheila Rinson, the question, let's be honest. If your husband was spending the amount of money Larry spent on Shar, I would be upset as well. I don't care how much he says he wants his daughter to be comfortable. Okay, let me tell you something. Let's address that, Sheila Rinson. My husband ain't spending no money on that another woman without me knowing it. Even if it was his baby mama. He ain't got no baby mama. I'm his only baby mama. Okay? But let's say he did. Our relationship is not going to be such that he feel like he got to lie. So let's address that. Would I be happy with it, not knowing it? Or would I be happy if he did it? We talked about it and I said, I don't want you to do it. Would I be happy with it? No. I've said that. But here's the thing that makes the situation with Bethany a little bit different for me. Okay? Bethany is trash. Bethany is a racist. Bethany has insulted his child. Bethany, despite Brooks begging of her to please stop talking about my mama in my presence, despite Brooks saying to her daddy, stop her, and despite her daddy saying to Bethany, you hurt our daughter. Since you want to holler about I'm her stepmom, you hurt her when you talk about her mama. She has called this girl trash. She stood up at Thanksgiving and said, point blank period, you trash, you married trash, and y'all created trash. In that moment, I don't give a flying fig what he spent on Shar. I wouldn't be mad at it. Because you give as good as you get. Some of that is Bethany's karma. Because Bethany, since this character came on this skit, she been dirty and low down to everybody. So I don't care about her status as a wife. Because to me, I'm getting to you straight up, no chaser. I don't think Bethany is a wife. I don't think she ever should have been a wife. So that is why I'm saying, and I'm not upset with you. I'm just passionate. This is my passion voice, okay? This ain't me coming for you. I'm just saying how I feel. And yes, under normal circumstances, you are absolutely right. I wouldn't like that. But under these circumstances, with this particular unrealistic character being married to an unrealistic black man, let the chips fall where they may. I ain't mad at it. That's what I'm saying. Bethany's wife of intuition didn't kick in until Shar came and broke the chains she had on Larry and Brooke. That's it. I have a question. This is Shireen. You said your husband is your husband. He's yours forever. Why can't you get the same thing for Brooke's mother and Larry? Just asking. I don't understand your question. Can you clarify a little bit, Shireen? I'll answer it. Yo, they had to pick her up this week because Lynette filed charges Monday, so they might pick her up this week. I hope they do. I'm glad you're doing fine. Larry bipolar and Bethany tripolar. He accepts anything Lynette does as he should. That look, hey, better than giving to someone else that doesn't benefit his daughter. Yes, said Lady D. And if Shar would have did what Bethany said, Brooke and Destiny would be up. Yeah. That part. She called Brooke a monster. We will have a discussion, but I'm not the kind of person Bethany is. 9 times out of 10, my husband's ex need anything. I have known it before he did, and we'll be asking him how we can offer to help. And also, I would like to think that my husband would be like, I need to send such money. Can you send it to her for me? And I'd be like, okay, yeah. If it was a decent, a halfway decent relationship, yeah. You said we good. Sheila said, nah, we good. Nah, seriously, I really ain't trying to comfort. I'm like trying to answer the question. I ain't upset or nothing. I'm really not. I'm that passionate. But to me, she's not a I don't recognize her wifedom. Now, does that mean I want Larry going out here and screwing everything around? Yeah, we laugh about the whole Shard thing because it was cute, and we see a path to a reconciliation with that, or we did before he pissed me off. But Bethany is like, why are you still with this woman? And I do feel like he need to fix that. But she not wife material. I mean, Sheila Rizzo, would you do what Bethany does? Okay, thank you, Miss Hughes. I hadn't seen you on here before, but welcome to the front porch. Glad to have you. Bethany also spent money on Shar. She did that when she spied on Brooke that day. Chicken chili don't make you no wife.
You know what? I don't know. Maybe this is the wrong thing to do, is to call you and to tell you all these feelings and stuff. But since you're not going to pick up the phone and actually talk to me.
I think, Sheila, I agree with you. Somewhere before Shar, she was a good wife. Just like somewhere before Shar cheated, she was a good wife. Somewhere before Larry cheated on Lynette, he was a good boyfriend and a good baby daddy. Somewhere over somebody's rainbow. She was a good wife when Larry was still delusional. He's not as delusional now as he was. I think the thing is, when people think about a man and a wife, a husband and wife relationship, I think people think about it from the standpoint of cheating, right? If he does anything outside, it's an emotional thing. It's cheating. It's this, it's that. But the Bible also speaks of a nagging wife. A wife that's always keeping stuff going. A wife that does not make a home comfortable for a husband to come to. And it even talks about the ramifications of all of that. Could you legit see yourself, if you were a man, being married and faithful to somebody like Bethany? And just because she's his wife doesn't give her a pass on disrespecting, verbally and mentally and emotionally abusing his daughter, because that's what she did. She still got to find about Montana, the Miami trip, and she also needs to get her an attorney. Deborah Edwards says, in a marriage relationship, what you allow at the beginning, you can't stop because you allow from the front of the relationship, because they are going to keep using you until they use you up. And he has allowed her to do whatever she wants to do under the guise of you, his wife. Yes, and Bethany is definitely not a mother either. And imagine if she had a child, that child would be taught all the wrong ways about respect towards people in life. Yeah. If Bethany had a mini-me, I think the world would be a more horrible place. Pick her up Friday, no court on the weekend. That's what I'm saying, Sheila. Because I think two things can be true. I mean, Sheila, you know what, girl? You got me now, like, got me questioning myself again. Because now I'm like, wait, somebody done sent me some. Hold up, y'all. Let me see what this is. So I just feel like in the case of I've had the same question. The wife, the marriage is, because in the vows it says, what God is joined together, let no man put asunder, right? But if the person that is causing the marriage to implode from the inside is the person that's in the marriage. That's and Larry's letting it happen. And that's the part that I'd be torn over. I'm glad this is skit. Did we forget that Bethany threatened Lynette before she hit her? She said she would throw her on the floor and stump her. Yes, she did. Lynette had a big scratch on her face from Bethany. Mutual combat. It was mutual, and that's what that's what Kaylee's dad said. She told folks it was mutual. Miss Teason, I'm upset. Miss Carol, I'm ready to write the skit where Larry loses everything and Bertha doesn't stand by him, y'all. Ready to write. Chris Sims says, that man says he's not stressed. He's stressed. We are stressed knowing you are going back to allow this woman to continue to destroy your loved one's peace. Larry, what Bethany have done to you? Chris Sims, they were looking for you, buddy. Good morning, sir. They were looking for you because your theory from last night got us shook, buddy, about Larry being a dirty cop and why Bethany might be calling Larry a dirty cop. Is it possible that Larry got with Bethany, wanting to get revenge on Shara? Him and Bethany did something to get Shara set up to get thrown in jail so he can get full custody of his daughter. You got us thinking, bro, man. Got us thinking. Yeah, Bethany has got to get her karma. Aren't y'all tired of the bad people walking away from the things, doing all these bad things for no karma? It gets old because we know it don't work like that in life. It don't work like that in life. Now, what does happen in life though? What does happen in life? Karma will move slowly. But that person's life may not turn out the way, if they may not have a horrible life, they may have a livable life, but the life that they have may be a life that is less than what they would have had if they had done right. Okay. Like I think I mentioned to y'all, I had a stalker at one point. My dad told me about this stalker. He said, you do what's right. Because I had an option for this stalker as to whether or not they could finish school or not. And I was talking to my dad about it, and my dad was like, you do what's right. God gonna handle everything else. But you do what's right. And I said, okay. So I did not have them kick this person out of school. Because they put it on me. Whatever I wanted them to do because of everything I had gone through. And there were witnesses to the point where the people on campus were like, we got to handle this. I mean, I had to go before not the dean of students, but the dean of the whole school. And he said, it's up to you. Whatever you want me to do, I will do. I did not want to interfere with someone completing their education. Okay, kind heart. But it took my daddy talking to me and offering me some advice. When I tell you, the degree that this person got, they should be multi six figures at this point. But they can't use the degree. They can't use the degree because of something they did later in life, but they went down a path and went down a path. And it did not work how they thought it was going to work out. So they're not living the life they always thought they would live. One, they didn't end up marrying me. They did not end up having a child with me. They ended up having two marriages, and one ended pretty quickly. They ended up losing a teacher license. Like, they lost a lot. But I did what was right. Now, I done had my struggles, okay, as we all do. God didn't say life was going to be perfect. But my point is, I think God did pretty good at handling things, better than I could. What up, though, Chris? Even Bethany phone gotta know what it is.
But you know I love you, and I wanted to hear your voice, and even if I got to hear that through a voicemail, I wanted to know if you were okay.
No, you want to call them up.
Yeah, and I'm sure you already know, but Destiny and Brooke are over at Shara's house because, you know, she had to come save the day and take them there.
They're over at show. She had to come save the day. Like, that's not even copper. That's that woman's daughter and niece. Oh, no, you're good, Sheila. You know, you really got me thinking. I'm glad you put it out there. That's what we want on the front porch. We want questions to make us think. That's what we want. That too, Cheryl. He think these women is fighting over him. Ain't nobody fighting Bethany over him. Ain't nobody studying him like that at this point. Morning, everyone. It started for me about Larry when Shar would come to get Brooke on the weekend, and the ugliness Bethany showed Shar when she told Shar to go back to Africa. But when she said go back to Egypt somewhere, that was saying go back to Africa. All right, y'all. We got a new skit. Let's get to it. Y'all know what we're gonna do. So the comments are hidden. I can't see y'all's comments. Oh, let me make sure I take this one down. Here we go. Jaden pisses me off. Like, I can't stand her son. And I hope Kayla don't marry him. Cause why you caping for this woman? Your mama should be your priority in this scenario. Bethany disrespected his family too. And you finna go with this? Okay. All right, y'all. We are about to do a reaction. Y'all know the deal. You do not need to leave the front porch. Stay on there with me. Once I'm done, I'll come back to the comments, okay? Here we go. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What's up, y'all? It's your girl Ayana of Ayana Enters the Chat, where we react to skits and real life. Right now, we are reacting to Jaden checking Lynette for telling his dad to divorce Bethany, and she'll drop the lawsuit, drop the charges. Here we go. Like, subscribe, and share as we get into the video. I can't stand her so much. Stand this joke.
Trying to play?
Sure.
Get dusted real quick. What are y'all talking about?
You don't want none of this. It was an adult conversation between me and your dad.
Oh, Mom, I just had a baby. I think I'm grown enough to hear that.
That was a conversation for Lynette and Larry.
Oh, Lynette and Larry created me, so kind of owe me something.
Okay, we just had a little conversation about what we talked about last night, and I told him I would drop the charges if he would divorce Bethany.
So you were serious about that?
Yeah. She was serious about putting me in jail. I know the 2 and 2, it's kind of an eye for an eye kind of thing, and I'm not trying to retaliate. However, at the same time, like I told your dad, we as a family, because he is married with her, we all have to deal with the repercussion of her drama, and all her actions.
Why would you go and do that? That's like now it's just like something that I completely didn't. This is exactly what I didn't want. So like,
Jaden, if you didn't want it so bad, then you should have told that woman to stay her butt home. You said you didn't want her there because you knew something was gonna happen. You should have stuck behind it. You should have found your grown man balls then. Don't be trying to check your mama now. You out of line.
now it's escalated into this. Like, man, like what are we doing here? Like, come on, Mama.
I like how she just looks at him and smiles like she's a psychopath.
I just really want to we have to be a family, Jaden. Mm-hmm. And with Bethany in it, it has been nothing but turmoil. And I know as long as he stays married to Bethany, we all have to tolerate what she brings. And I don't think that's necessary. And she is so rude and disrespectful to your dad.
Yeah, but that's also my dad's problem. That's not our place. It's not my place to say, oh, Dad.
No, Jaden, you're actually wrong. It's Larry's problem as long as it's in Larry's house. When it spills outside of Larry's house and it affects other people that Larry claims he loves so much and he claims he wants around him, when he puts them in positions for Bethany to overstep and to come into spaces where she's not wanted, and then to do things and to trigger people and to insult people and to verbally assault and verbally abuse people, well, guess what? Then that is more than his place. People have to respect their own personal space as well.
But you need to leave your wife. That's a grown man. That is a grown man.
But he is my friend. He is still my friend. And I don't like seeing him going through the things that he's going through with his wife, a woman that's supposed to love and support him, not tear him down.
Say it, Lynette.
I get it. I get where you're coming from. But like, Mom, you also got to know where you stand. Like, you are just his friend. You are not his wife.
I know, but we have you in common. Now we have a grandchild in common.
Let me fix this. He wrong for that too. I'm sorry to keep cutting in. Lynette is not just his friend. Let's get that straight. Shara is not just his friend. Lynette is the mother of you. You all, they made you. They're family. He's more than a friend. They are family, and they are family and bonded for life. Point blank, period. The same thing with Shar when it comes to Brooke. They are family. So stop minimizing her role, Jaden.
We need to keep the family peace. We need to keep the unit strong. We can't be letting people bring the trauma and the dramatics into our lives.
I'm sorry to hear.
But it doesn't have to stay that way.
It's your fault, Jaden.
Yeah.
You and your dad are amazing men. And I respect you both.
All that.
You are strong, amazing Black men. And I respect you both. I don't want to see a woman try to come in and tear you guys down like that. It ain't right. And it maybe ain't even my place. But again, as a friend, yeah, I said what I said.
All right. From here on out, though, just can you not do that? Just kind of stay in your place, Mom.
No. Larry should have stayed in his place, sent you the money to bail your mama out, and then left it at that. Larry stepped out of his place when he asked her to drop the lawsuit against Bethany. Did you check your daddy for that, Jaden? I get so sick of this expectations for mothers to be perfect, for mothers to just take and take and take and take and take, and be the bigger person and to be the hero of it all for everybody except for herself. You're asking her to sacrifice herself for Bethany.
It's not your place to go do that.
Right? Okay, and you're right. Maybe it isn't.
That's it. That's all.
But let's be honest. It's probably already in play. And it didn't have nothing to do with me. Bethany put herself where she is with your dad perfectly fine on her own.
All right, so just at that point, just leave it alone. Leave it where it's at. Leave it where it's at. I don't want to hear about it no more.
Well, then cool? Nobody asked you to stop and ask your mama the question. She told you this was grown folk business. You stay out of it. She told you that. You don't want to hear about it? Go on about your business, Jaden. Go on about your business. I wonder what Jaden would say if he found out that Bethany called his sister a hoe and tried to give her over-the-counter birth control pills, and the girls ain't even went to no doctor yet.
Cool.
All right.
I can respect that.
Let's play this game.
I wouldn't play no game. They on this game. I ain't playing no game with you. I don't want to hear no more. Y'all, let me know what y'all think down in the comments, because I done got pissed off all over again, because I don't appreciate the pressure that Larry and his son are putting on Lynette in order to protect Bethany. Once again, y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments. While we're down in the comments chatting about it, let's make sure we be about it. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. Until next skit, peace. All right, y'all. I'm back. Oh, and some hair grease. I'm back down here in the comments. Thank you, Minister Yolanda. Jaden, and you should have stayed in your place and told that B she couldn't come. We take enough. I'm glad she got a son who ride for her. Like Cheryl says, like Lynette said, what affects one person in their family unit affects all, including Larry's brother, sister, Brooke, Shara, Jaden, Lynette, Destiny, Steve, now Steven, and also Duchess. Jaden needs to look at the fact that Shara has never treated him the way Bethany has. Lynette has never treated Brooke the way Bethany has. Exactly. I know, Deborah. Me too, girl. Me too. Tammy King says, oh, hell no, Jaden. Boy, I would have smacked you straight up in your mouth if you were my kid, no matter if you are grown. I don't like Jaden. And Kanisha, I don't like Jaden either. He is just as pathetic as his dad. Baby girl says she pissed again. Say that ish, Miss Ayana. He's acting like a spoiled brat. Lynn Barley, I love you, girl. I love you, Lynn Barley. Lynn Barley said that's okay because Steven ain't gonna stay in his place. No, he not. His little psychopath looking self. It's time for Lynette to go on back to Atlanta with Steven. It is time. I totally agree. Chris Sims says Lynette is wise. Jaden is Lynette is wise. You asking your mom to let your dad slowly administer the poison to destroy your family. Where is Jaden's Indian and black pride? That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know. Oh, yeah, Bethany collecting balls, boy. Sherry Mo says, right. Stephen told Bethany his mother should press charges. Sure did. Stay in your dog place. That's right, Black Widow. D Brown says, hey, D Brown, I didn't know you was in here. D Brown says, I think Jaden and Larry have a screw loose. I would have died at both their eyes after I spent the night in jail because of them and Bethany. Exactly. Because Lynette wouldn't be in the position that she in. People can holler, oh, well, she'd have kept her hands to herself. She'd have kept her hands to herself. No. If Lynette had not been put in position, both Larry and Jaden, based on what Larry told Bethany about Lynette, and based on what Brooke, and also based on what Shara told Bethany about Lynette, based on what Jaden had been informed of, and what Jaden know about his mama, all of them knew that Lynette could be triggered. They put Lynette in that position. Mr. Yolanda says, I'm pissed with Chase. How the H he keeps writing, inspiring, or whatever this crap of protecting his horrible white women. Thank you, Keisha, for the chat. Who in the car with me? Jaden going in the trunk before I put Bethany in it. They gonna fit in that together. One too tall and one too wide. Michelle Barnes says, so he is going to take the baby around a toxic person like Bethany. If I was Kaylee, I would say, oh, she won't be around our child at all. And see, here's the thing. Here's the part that Jaden not understanding. As long as Larry is married to Bethany, when they have family gatherings, even if he say he don't want Bethany there, guess what? Bethany is liable to show up. Then what? And when she come and she cut the food because she can't control herself, she has no self-control. She has no self-discipline. Then the baby got to witness stress and toxicity. Then what? Since you think you don't want that around your child. And thank you for the super sticker, super chat, Keisha. Well, and that Steven is the only one that has your back. Lynette. Stephen is the only one that has your back. Your coward son, Jaden, doesn't have your back, but Stephen does. Yeah, Keisha, I'm right. You need to get a van. We'll get us a passenger van. Jaden should back his mama up. Exactly. Miss T said, I'm riding with you, Keisha. Ms. Yolanda said, how in the H are we supposed to get past the racism when we have persons of color co-signing this? I hope Kaylee's sitting back watching all of this, Helene. I hope she's watching all this. We might need to get a 16-wheeler. Where Pernell at with his truck? we need Pernell to come with his truck so he can pull a load for us. Taylor says she thinks that Steve is Greg's friend. Could be. Not for that toxic person, just like he bought his mom around for Christmas. Yep. Look how she did when he bought his mama around. If people aren't welcome in her house, why is she supposed to be welcome in everybody else's house? Make that make sense. Because she wouldn't darken my doorstep ever. Never, ever. Never, ever. Get on my level up. Matter of fact, we finna have some fun. Y'all ready to have some fun? We finna have some fun. We finna have some fun, y'all. Never ever. This my nephew, y'all. Never ever. Never ever. Never ever. Never, never, ever, ever. Get on my level. Up. Never ever. Never ever. Never ever. Get on her level. Bethany knows she could never ever get on Lynette's level. She could never ever get on Shara's level. And how about this? She could never ever get on Duchess's level. She could never ever get on Destiny's level. And she darn sure could never ever, ever, ever get on Brooke's level. Brooke grown now, y'all. Brooke grown. What Bethany gonna do now? She gonna tell Bethany, she gonna tell Brooke she disrespectful now? What she gonna do? What's she gonna do? Jaden not thinking, y'all, the baby will pick up Bethany's behavior and they will have a big problem. Yes, they will. You think Steve live with Greg? If you think about it, Jaden didn't do much defending of Lynette at Christmas when Bethany was calling her all kinds of names. He stood there and let Bethany chastise him about inviting Lynette. Yep. Miss T said, Shar got a bigger house. I'll drive, Keisha. Did you notice when Larry asked about Stephen and Lynette said she talked to him this morning and he's a big boy and can handle it? If they got something planned, and I hope Stephen is, they do it. They got something planned and I want to know what it is. I don't care if it's because he's an attorney or what. I don't even care. Jaden will allow his child to be exposed because guess what? Larry exposed Brooke for years. He has allowed this toxicity to affect all his family. Larry got skeletons. He plays victim too. Chris Sims, you know what I said about you this morning? I said I think you an insider. Are you Chase Walker, Chris? Because I feel like you dropped a really big hint. I feel like you dropped a hint last night when you said the dirty cop reference. Your theory, I'm wondering. Now you saying Larry got skeletons. He plays the victim too. Jaden is Larry. She's still going to tell her she has a sad mouth and say, Brooke, I'm your stepmom. Yep. But guess what? Brooke grown. Brooke grown. And what I say about Bethany? What I say? Never, ever. Never, ever. Never, never, ever, ever. Get on her level. What? Get on her level. What? Never, ever. Father and son, they soft as cotton. I want to be standing in front of the Newburger building when they lose it, eating popcorn and drinking champagne. There you go. Woo, 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 woo. Michelle Barnes saying Jaden will never, ever, never, ever. Because he played overseas and not the NBA. Minister Lotta said, whoever is in here on Chase's team, fix this crap. I got something I'm working on. I got to see how I'm going to make it happen. But I got something I'm working on. And Brandy, if you on here, I'm going to need to, you can text me. But I'm going to need you to help me put something together to make this happen. I need to run up on somebody. I think I know where to run up on them at. I need to figure out when I need to run up on them. Sitting there eating chicken with gloom and loom, trying to figure out what to do when he goes back home, looking defeated, acting like his wife. I'm not chasing. I'm no inside. Christine, you said don't put that on you. Don't put that on you. I'm sorry, friend. Don't tell your wife. I don't need her come knocking on my door trying to beat me up. So I fight too. I'm from the country. We cut folk. Deborah was saying, they forgot what Bethany said in the past, but you or I would call her up on what she said when she saw red. When you told your mom you was not invited or trash. Exactly. Exactly, Deborah. Exactly. And then to myself, you want to play this game? No. I started to say the N-word. No, I don't want to play this game with you. I'm finna pack my bag so I can get up out of Dodge too. Y'all, I see you when I see you. Deuces. That's what I would have been like with him in that moment. And I'm surprised Annette sitting there letting him check her like that. Hold on, y'all. I'm looking for me one to pull up. Right here. This hurt me. This hurt me for Greg. When I'm thinking about everything he went through, this hurt me like Larry asking Lynette to drop the charge against Bethany hurt me. This hurt me. I hurt for Greg. I think they will. You're right.
Yeah. So, I just got an interesting text from Lynette. Hey, spent the night in jail this past weekend because of the incident with Bethany. I wanted to let you know that everything is still on. What do you mean she spent the night in jail?
She spent the night in jail.
For what?
For what she did with Bethany.
What Bethany caused?
Well, that's not the way I heard it.
Well, interesting how that happens. That's not the way you heard it. This, okay.
I'm the one who had her arrested, not Bethany.
Why?
Because she's got to learn that she can't just beat somebody up because she doesn't like what she said.
Oh, no, okay, I understand that. So it was to teach a lesson, right? So there's consequences to the action. You can't put hands on other people, right?
Well, you can't beat somebody to a pulp.
Cool. So when Bethany beat me up and I'm trying to take action, suddenly it's kids in a sandbox, be nice to your sister, don't worry about those type of things. That's how it is.
That's how it is.
Well, I hope this doesn't mess anything up for me in my case.
Let's go see some fights. Let's go see some fights, y'all. I feel like seeing some fights. Don't y'all feel like seeing some fights? I feel like seeing some fights. Because in that moment, when this man stood and looked his son in the face and said, I don't care. Then had the nerve to say, I don't care about your lawsuit. Right then in that moment. I see you playing, Daddy. I see you playing in my face. You want a nut? Knock if you buck, because I'm finna blow this thing out the water. I'm finna set this place on fire. Y'all finna lose everything y'all got. I was trying to be nice. This should have been good, Greg. I was trying to play nice. But since I was trying to play nice and not mess with the family business, although my attorney has told me I got a leg to stand on when it comes to the family business and what Bethany did to me, I'm filing workplace harassment. I'm going to the EEOC. I'm finna take everything you got. I'm finna take it all. I'm finna take everything. And I'm finna have your daughter locked up. Chris Sims said, Chris Sims say him and Pops would have been tussling. Your son is your namesake, fool. And he sat there and looked at this point, I need to see a skit with Bianca and Greg up in it all. I'm pressing charges. Matter of fact, Bianca, let's get Natasha on the phone because Lynette needs an attorney out there in Montana. We finna take all they stuff. We're gonna take it all. Yes, I'm very vindictive. You should start one. Start a Substack, Miss T. I'll come in and I'll co-write it with you. I think I accidentally closed the thing. I didn't mean to. Daddy Newberger said he didn't care. Oh, that's what we doing. We don't care, huh?
So, I just got an interesting text from Lynette. Hey, spent the night in jail this past weekend because of the incident with Bethany. I wanted to let you know that everything is still on. What do you mean she spent the night in jail?
She spent the night in jail.
For what?
For what she did with Bethany.
What Bethany caused?
Well, that's not the way I heard it.
Well, interesting how that happens. That's not the way you heard it. Okay.
I'm the one who had her.
If I were Greg and I had a sense that somebody had been cooking the books, I'm calling the FBI. Y'all, when I tell you at this juncture, based on this conversation right here, I'm finna tear it all down.
Not Bethany.
Y'all don't understand.
Why?
Because she's got to learn that she can't just beat somebody up because she doesn't like what she said.
Oh, no, okay, I understand that. So it was to teach right? So there's consequences to the actions. You can't put hands on other people, right?
Good
Yeah,
afternoon.
you can't beat somebody to a pulp.
Cool. So when Bethany beat
Hey,
me
Terry
up
Treadway.
and I'm trying to take action, suddenly it's kids in a sandbox, be nice to your sister, don't worry about those type of things. That's how it is.
That's how it is.
Well, I hope this doesn't mess anything up for me in my case, because.
Well, I told you I don't care about your case.
Well, you're going to, because Lynette's one of my witnesses. She's agreed to testify.
Yeah, what's she going to testify about?
How hostile Bethany is, how violent she can get, how insane and irate that she gets, how she pesters and pokes and prods and gets under your skin. She went up there for.
I think Greg done got. Get some. Think he done got some crunk in the system, y'all. I think he done got some crunk in the system. He said, I done seen you, now you done showed your hand,
At the
Daddy.
birth of a child, and she got into a fight that Bethany caused, I'm sure of it. I don't even need to know all the details. I know my sister, and I know what she did to me, and I've seen her do it to other people. So you had Lynette arrested. And I hope this doesn't mess anything up. I truly, truly don't.
Well, I hope it does, and I hope you get off this kick with you and your sister.
What, can I ask you a genuine question? Why are you always taking her side? Why you in this moment just proved that people have to be held liable for their actions, that people can't hit somebody. I can't hit you without getting some sort of repercussions, right? I'm trying to do that to Bethany. I'm trying, and I've asked you even beforehand.
You and she were essentially engaged in mutual combat.
Mutual combat?
Yes.
Fight the power. That's what I need Greg to do. Power that be. Shut your great raggedy daddy down. Shut him down, Greg. I think it's a song called Shut Him Down. Let me see. I think it is. I think it's a song for Shut Him Down. We're going to shut him down, Greg. There it is. Shut him down. Shut him down. Shut him down. Shut him down. Greg need to shut his daddy down. When he shut his daddy down, he will then shut Bethany down. Because here's the thing. Every snake got a head. The head is Daddy Newberger. It ain't even Pappy. They granddaddy. It ain't even the granddaddy. The head is Daddy Newberger. It's time to cut the head off the snake that empowers Bethany. Cut Daddy Newberger head off. He the snake. It's time for Greg to go. He need to go lethal. Hey, Bill Martin. He need to go lethal. I believe it. I believe it. I believe it. I thought the secret that was going to come out was how Bethany screwed Shara over. But now, Chris Sim, you really got me thinking. Is the secret and the reason and the hole that Bethany have over Larry is bigger than just, oh, I had PTSD and she was there for me when nobody else was there for me. Could it be? Could it be that what the issue is Larry got a skeleton, a big skeleton in his closet? I can't wait to see how they play it out. Dad Newberger calling that incident a playground fight doesn't make sense. Because Bethany and Greg are adults. When an adult hits another adult, that's not kids fighting. That is assault. The theory from Tamika Where Tamika at? I think so too. They need to pull everybody out, even pull Chase out. All right, y'all. Definitely smash that like button. It is time for me to say goodbye. Let me pull up my good song because I done cut up now. I gotta pull up my good relaxing song. I got y'all crunk on the front porch. But now it's time to have y'all relax a little bit. Something ain't sitting right. Something in the
Ayana in the chat.
Pull a check, kick your shoes off, just like that. Meet me on the front porch. Sun sliding down so slow. Perfect sweet tea, peppermint space for every heavy load. You can bring it laughter, you can bring it angry. We're gonna have a little kindness, stir it up till we find some peace. Hey y'all, Ayana in the chat. Me on the front porch, we can sit and laugh, sip a little tea, at the slow release. We gon' talk about that hurt till it turns into peace. So what's on your spirit? All that you don't say online. Let that story hit the air, it's the same fall off. We don't need to fix it all. Yes, Chris Sims, yes. You are sitting here, you belong here. Every scar and victory. Hey, it's Ayana in the chat. Meet me on the front porch, we can sit and laugh, sip a little tea. Let the soul release, we gon' talk about that hurt till it turns into peace. Oh, you don't want me calling Daddy Newberger, Daddy Newberger? I'm sorry, I like calling him that. Spirit, baby, rub a little love on the places for a long, long time. Hey, see y'all later. Have a blessed day. Peace and hair grease till we come back and do it again. And I want y'all to do this one thing for me. Stand up in your peace, baby. Stand up in your peace. Don't. See y'all later, y'all.